GD10 Pro. Can a tiny, inexpensive stick really hold your entire childhood? Can it really pack over 50,000 games from Atari to PlayStation and just work? That's the question I had when I first got my hands on this GD10 Pro game stick. It looked too simple, too good to be true. A small HDMI stick, two wireless controllers that look suspiciously familiar, and a promise of nearly every game I ever loved. The whole package felt like one of those too good to be true deals you see online. I was ready for lag, for sound glitches, for half the games not even loading. I've seen dozens of these cheap emulation devices, and they usually end up in a drawer after 5 minutes of frustration. So I plugged it in, fully expecting to be disappointed. But then the screen lit up with a clean, simple menu, and thousands of games were just there. I scrolled through systems I hadn't thought about in decades, and it was all ridiculously easy to navigate. No complicated setup, no technical jargon. You literally just plug it into your TV's HDMI port, power it with the included USB cable, and you're in. It's a true plug-and-play experience. I decided to start with the classics, the games I grew up with. Super Mario Bros. 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, they loaded instantly. The controllers, which I was initially skeptical about, felt surprisingly responsive and comfortable. The D-pad is nice, and the joysticks have a decent grip. They're not the cheap, flimsy plastic I was expecting. For all the 8-bit and 16-bit era games, the performance is flawless. NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, every game I tried ran perfectly, with no audio glitches or slowdown, which is a common disaster on other cheap devices. It was pure, unadulterated nostalgia, and it was amazing. Then I moved up to the PlayStation 1. Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Again, the performance was solid. The games ran smoothly, just like you remember them. It's pretty incredible to have a massive library of PS1 classics ready to go at a moment's notice, all from this tiny stick. The fact that it outputs in 4K HD makes these old pixels look crisp and clean on a modern TV. This little device was starting to seriously win me over. But here's where I have to be real with you. I was impressed, but I still had that little voice of doubt. I thought, okay, it can handle the old stuff, but what about the more powerful systems it promises? This is where the GD10 Pro shows its limits. When I jumped into the Nintendo 64 and PSP libraries, the results were mixed. Simpler games run decently, but don't expect to play demanding titles like God of War on the PSP without some issues. You'll see some slowdown and inconsistent performance. Some N64 games that are notoriously hard to emulate can be a bit glitchy. An Nintendo DS emulation, honestly, it's pretty much unplayable, so don't buy it for that. It's a budget device, and it's important to have realistic expectations. It's not a high-end gaming PC. It's a nostalgia machine. The library is also so massive that you'll find duplicate games, like the same title from different regions, which can be a bit annoying when you're scrolling through thousands of options. But for the price, the value is just undeniable, especially when you consider the sheer number of games that work perfectly. So, what's my final verdict on the GD10 Pro? It's an absolute gateway to the golden age of gaming. It's for anyone who wants to relive those magical moments from their childhood without the hassle of setting up complex emulators or hunting down old, expensive hardware. It's for parents who want to show their kids the legendary games they grew up playing. The convenience is unmatched. You get two wireless controllers so you can jump into multiplayer action right out of the box. And the ability to save your game progress in any title is a feature our younger selves would have dreamed of. It supports over 40 different systems, giving you a mind-boggling variety to explore. You could spend years on this thing and never run out of games to play. You know that I only recommend what truly works and what I believe in. And for pure, accessible retro gaming fun, this is it. To help you jump right into the action, I'm leaving the direct purchase link in the video description and pinned in the first comment below. Grab one for yourself before they're gone, because deals this good don't last forever. Now, I want to hear from you. Smash that like button if you're a retro gaming fan, and comment below with the first game you would play on this thing. Don't forget to subscribe for more nonsense reviews, and let's keep the game alive.